In a recent AARP survey, more than 9 in 10 Iowa voters age 18 and older said it is important for presidential candidates to lay out a plan to make Social Security financially sound for future generations. That level of support held across party lines and age groups. Nearly 1 in 4 Iowans age 65 plus rely on Social Security for at least 90% of their income. Without presidential leadership and congressional action to update the program, benefits would be reduced by up to 25% in 2034. In this segment, learn more about how AARP is keeping Social Security top of mind for presidential and congressional candidates throughout this election year.
Ready to be president? Then be ready to tell Iowa voters your plan to update Social Security. Wherever candidates appear in our state, our red shirts are there to ask one vital question. How will you update Social Security to keep it strong? We know the only way forward is to persuade national leaders to outline their plans for Social Security, and it starts with you.
I'm 77 years old. I'm all right. My children and my grandchildren have to have some security in their life.
We knew that Social Security was in trouble, but seeing all the statistics...
We need to do something now. We can't keep waiting and kicking it down the street. We've got to take care of it now.
If we do not have any action on Social Security before 2033, come 2034, there's going to be an automatic cut of about 25% in Social Security benefits. The average monthly benefit in Iowa is about $1,300.
It's my only income I have.
It's an entirely different ballgame than when you're working and getting insurance and getting things through your employer.
I would like to keep Social Security strong for myself in a selfish way, but also for future generations, my children, my grandchildren.
We just want everybody to start the conversation. That's where it all begins. To solve a problem, you have to talk about the problem.
Then after whoever is elected into office is accountable.
Okay, let's take some questions. Go ahead.
So, Mr. Trump, we have Sue from the AARP. Gentleman right there. Yes.
See, I'm kind of a walking billboard here.
I can see it. Social Security.
What are your plans to update Social Security?
To put it on stable ground for future generations.
Great. I'm so glad you asked me that question.
It's extremely important for candidates to talk about Social Security, literally because of the importance of the program itself.
My sister became a widow at the age of 28 and had 3 children. And while Social Security maybe didn't give her a lot of money for those 3 children, and for her, it helped.
I was injured on a construction job when I was 55 years old. And due to that, Social Security judge insisted that I was finished and I could not work anymore. So I had to go into Social Security at a younger age.
I do not agree with needs testing the benefits. I'm not in favor of raising the age. So that leaves lifting the cap, coming up with other revenues that will come in to stabilize and ensure the solvency of the trust fund.
What we're going to do is we're going to save Medicare, we're going to save Social Security, you're going to get your pay, we're not going to raise the age, and we're not going to do all the things that everyone else is talking about doing. They're all talking about doing it, and you don't have to. We're going to bring our jobs back, we're going to make our economy incredible again.
So what's next for the Take a Stand campaign? The Iowa caucuses are now behind us, and our volunteers did a great job in the pre-caucus activity of getting the candidates on record about what they would do to improve Social Security, to update Social Security, to put it on financial firm ground for our children and our grandchildren. But Iowa will remain in the spotlight. Iowa is a battleground state, not only for the presidential election, but we also have a senatorial race and 4 congressional races at hand during the general election cycle. So what's next is that we'll continue this conversation about updating Social Security with presidential candidates, with the senatorial candidates, and with the congressional candidates throughout the summer, into the fall, throughout the 2016 campaign and beyond, because it's going to take presidential leadership to initiate an update of Social Security to put it on firm financial ground for our children and our grandchildren. we'd like you to step forward, to become part of the Take a Stand team, and to encourage the congressional candidates, the senatorial candidates, and the candidates for president to take a stand and to outline their plan on Social Security. Thank you.
For nearly 60 years, AARP has been fighting to ensure that hardworking Americans get the Social Security benefits they've earned. With Take a Stand, we will keep fighting to make sure the next president has a plan to keep Social Security strong.